everybody, Ramey here, and today I'm going to talk about when you're creating a video or streaming your background. So backgrounds are super important to think about because the person that's looking at you or while people are watching you, they're also looking at your background. It can be distracting. It can be very plain. It can turn the audience off. You know, if you are, I've watched videos of people streaming or people doing some kind of video and maybe their background has like a bunch of laundry just thrown everywhere. I've seen people do this from their bathrooms. And you can like kind of see their shower and like the towel hanging up on their shower. I've seen people do it in just very odd rooms, and it's like, did they purposely choose that background? Like maybe I've seen someone where their spouse or significant other or their roommate is in the background like doing something at the kitchen, and you can just see it in the video while they're streaming. So let's talk about thinking about your background. So the best thing to do, I can't tell you what background you should have for your videos or streaming or anything like that, because there is no, this is what you should have. The background you should have is the right background for what you're actually doing. Let's talk about some different types. So first of all, what I have happening right now is a green screen background. So that's why you can't see me. I mean, you can't see around me. You just see the background that I've selected because I've been cut out with a green screen. So let me show you what it looks like with the green screen. All right, so you can now see the green. You see the green in the green screen. So you can see what it actually looks like if I weren't trying to cut myself out. The advantage of the green screen is I can pick and choose my background, but I have to plan it well and make sure that I'm using the green screen correctly. Some things to think about if you are going to use a green screen is what kind of green screen do you want? So there are different kinds of like projector things that you pull up, which is what I personally prefer, or you can paint a wall, another preference of mine. Something I hate is a sheet. You can buy lots of sheets on Amazon and various places. You can even paint your own, but they're pretty inexpensive, so it's just worth buying your own versus painting it. But you actually can buy things to hang it up. The problem with the hanging ones is they can kind of blow in the wind, which can mess things up like shadows and stuff. And then they can get wrinkles in them, and it's a really big pain to either iron them or steam them while they're hanging or taking them down, and it's just kind of a big inconvenience. So I really don't like the sheets. But you can buy all kinds of different backgrounds, not just a green screen sheet. You can buy a sheet that looks like bricks or bookshelf or, all kinds of things to have in back of you. The other thing you can do is you can actually just set up a background. Now for me, in my office is shaped kind of weird, so I don't have a good background that I prefer, at least in my home office. My working office, I actually like the background a lot. But let me just show you what my background looks like. So I'm getting up now. I'm going to pull my green screen down, so you're going to watch me pull my green screen down. As I do this, you can see my background. Now, the thing about my background is that I've actually set this up on purpose. It may look like there's kind of a lot happening back there, but I've made it so that it's mostly clean. I have a guitar, I have my keyboard with a Harry Potter cover on it, some Harry Potter DVDs there, because I love Harry Potter, I love music. I've got my artwork hanging in the background, so you can see like my stuff. You can see part of my futon has a tie-dye cover on it, things that I personally like that I would want in the background that I don't think necessarily looks, it gives a certain message. I don't want it to look like boring and like too professional, and I don't want it to look like my laundry's thrown everywhere either. I want it to kind of give it like a home feel. So sometimes I do videos where this is my background. But the key is you have to think about this, especially if you're like trying to do an interview. I've interviewed people via Skype and they don't think about their background. Whenever you're making any kind of video or streaming or doing anything, consider your background. A piece of advice, go look at like some professional streamers on Twitch and see what their backgrounds look like. They're probably like in an office, like their home, a room with just like a plain white, nothing really in the background, or maybe some things that they like they prefer. Like I have some cool things in my office I like my keyboard and my guitar and stuff like that. So I have that in the background. But the key is make sure you plan it. Don't just have a sloppy background. And always run a test to make sure to see what the size of your videos, to see what it's really capturing. Thank you.